Wow, thank you for the soup. Horse lover. Oh wait, no, you said not to read the whole name anymore. Lisa, thank you for 7 months. I almost read your whole name out loud, but I didn't. I saved it this time, sort of, almost. Thank you for 7 months, Kira. Thank you for 10 months as a Jackaxe. And that's right, almost an entire year. How do you like that, baby? Thank you for the delicious chips before we got going. Oh, and thank you for the 5 chips, Aura, Angelique. Nom, 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 nom. Nice save, thanks. Chili says, arr, arr, yar, this be the entire stream. I be talking like this the entire time, and there's nothing ye can do about it. Yar, I gotta work on my fake pirate accent that never actually existed. Nimui, thank you for 7 months and almost a year of hating. It's true, I am here right now. Gosh, I hope he plays Hot to Go way ahead of you, Chance. No problem. Thank you for 7 months. I'm playing Hot to Go right now as we speak. What do you mean I've been here for 10 months? Yeah, you've been here for 10 months. Doesn't that feel weird? Doesn't that feel really weird to you? Because it should. Thanks for 10 months. Staged Plum. I'm going to say Plum. Thanks for 7 months. I don't know why I called you Plume. There's no E at the end of that, but you know how it is. Yo-ho, Captain Ruze. Thanks for 5 months. Is today a renewal day for everybody or something? What's going on? Yodu, thank you for 8 months. It has indeed been 8 months already. Time sure does fucking fly, doesn't it? Geitz, thank you for 10 months of Comfy Zatsu for grinding. I have never played Shin Megami Tensei, nor have I played Persona. I've heard great things about both. I have just really not had the time to commit myself to a sit-down, long-form, narrative-driven game, typically. Mostly because I can't really... I feel like I do want to play one of those soon, but I think I want to... I'll talk about that in a second. Let's talk about that in a second, actually. Remind me to talk about that. Thank you for 10 months, guys. Kent, thank you for 3 months. I will forget. You will have to remind me if you don't remind me that conversation topic that just popped up just now, that's gone. That disappeared into the ether unless you remind me later, okay? That completely vacated from my mind. Azure Ruze's E-Kitten. Man, I'm never going to get past your name. The passage of time has never terrified me more. Oh, yeah? A username has never terrified me more. Thank you for 9 months. Blanky, thank you for 5 months. And Eden, who is not an onion, you cannot scare me. I see that little Rosator down there in the blanket. I see you already, Eden. Nice try. Rosary, thank you for 9 months. Before I forget again, Father, I'm ready to be born. Okay, yeah, no problem. Let me just go get one of those little shaky machines that shakes your kidney stones into dust. I'll shake you into dust. I'll give you the world's most aggressive shaken baby. Diana Perez says, here's to my least favorite pirate. Now back to uni work. Oh, you would get back to uni work, you animal. I'll turn you into Ash, baby. Whoa, Wolf Rain, thank you for 10 months. Says, woo, can't wait for my Prince voice pack. You're who? Who? Thanks for being a jackaxe. Yes, yeah. This month's voice. You know what? We'll talk about that on the monthly resolve later. Let's not talk about the voice pack for now. I don't want to talk too much about milestone stuff or stuff we've done this month because a lot of that's going to come up during the monthly resolve. So I'll be saving that for now. But thanks for 10 months. Bella the Pinhead says, I can't believe I'm witnessing Ruze being normal after all these months. Only barely. Thanks for 4 months. Okay, now that we're all caught up, here's what's going to happen. Oh. Thanks for the boop. I chew your finger off. You say boop, I'm like, there goes your finger. Thank you for 2 months, Lotus. So, what's going to happen today is... Thanks! The Swiss cake roll was made by none other than my beautiful mama, Pipoko. What up? Oh, today, I want to just shoot the shit. I want to do a normal Zatsu. It's been a long, long time since I've done a normal Zatsu. And by a long, long time, I think I've done one strictly Zatsu, non-goal-oriented, just yapping because I want to yap stream ever since I've been here. I think. Am I a pirate for Halloween? I am now, yeah. You may take one piece of that pizza. only because it's an infinitely responding pizza. Define normal. Normal is in like I didn't have a set goal or what. There wasn't specifically anything I wanted to talk about. There wasn't like something I set out as like a major thing that had to get done by the end of the stream. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm just shooting the shit because I just want to shoot the shit. Honestly, I kind of want some pizza. Nom, 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 nom. I've never watched One Piece. I've watched enough content about One Piece to know everything there is to know about One Piece. That's the same way I am with things like Warhammer and stuff, right? Like, I don't actively consume Warhammer lore, but it all comes across my notice at some point. I am all-seeing and all-knowing, and nothing escapes my purview. Hikaru, thank you for 8 months of being exceptional. Holy shit. I can't believe I'll finally be born next month. That's crazy. Yeah, it's finally your time. You're going to debut as a disgusting, freshly peeled Ruzader. Mog Fails, thank you for 8 months of being an Axel. And Arr, it's the yapping pirate. Ruze, nice to catch you live. Enjoy your Halloweens. Oh yeah, are you going to read the Minchi milestones from the pumpkin stream? I am going to read the Minchi milestones from the pumpkin stream and from Hollow Marches because I did not get to read the Hollow Marches soups or milestones because obviously I was focused on the game and I'm not going to stop for that because that would be a disservice to my players. But there was a lot of cool stuff popping in there. So yep. Wait, I thought I did the pumpkin one. Did I not do the pumpkin one yet? We'll find out. I'll open it and find out. Realizing Ruze puts the R in Armis. That I do, Chance. That I do. Thank you. Thank you for your soup. It'll give me my delicious vitamin C I need to avoid scurvy. Which, as I understand, is a bunch of dogs what boards your ship. Scurvy dogs. They erupt from the ocean, and they board your ship, and they drag you back down to the bottom of Davy Jones's gym locker. That's where he stores his socks. Smells awful. Alza, thank you for 7 months of being an asshole. Resident Yapper finally does a Yap exclusive stream. It's Crimzon Ween Miracle. It truly is. Welcome to Crimzon Ween. That is now a real thing. Every year we'll be celebrating that. Crimzon Ween is real. You have to deal with it. Actually, Crimzon Ween sounds terrible. Maybe not. Somehow you just had to add an E at the end of that. It just sounds like shit. Maybe not. Sunny, thank you for 10 months of being an asshole. Quill, thank you for 9 months. Morning Rares. Nice to see you up before I hit the books. Can't believe it's been 9 whole months. Getting birthed was a solid 7 out of 10. Honestly, that's a way better experience than I had. When I got born, that was easily like a 1-star review on Yelp. That was bad. That was not good for me. That was not good for anybody. It was a yucko. It was a nasty one. Sorry I had to slap that doctor in his stupid face. But it is what it is. Oh, you got this, Brittany. Don't you worry. I'm going to carry you directly across the finish line, theoretically. 5, what time zone? Because really, I might not carry you across the finish line. It might not be that long a yap. We're going to find out. Oh my God, there's a fucking metally? I like that. That's a funny name to say. I know it's probably like metally, but I like metally. Like Amelie. I guess we get another Zatsu on Decemberween. True. Coming out carrying an axe would make it pretty bad. It's true. It's true. Yeah. That's how I live, Myra. I 1 month at a time. Every month I reset into a brand new consciousness. They wipe my memory clean here at the cover core. They stick me inside of a little tank and they go. They clean my memory out and I'm a brand new Ruze. So it's okay. Brand new one. Amelie, I cook an egg with a spoon? I don't know what that is, really, what I'm referencing. I just know the McElroy brothers referenced it in my Bim Bam at one point. Sorry. Wait, is that real? Yep, it happens every month. They microwave me. They put me in the microwave. They watch me spin around. I give them the whole, wait, I don't love you like I love you. But I'm spinning in 360. It's awful. It's awful. And then they wipe my memory clean and I pick up some brand new brain rot meme off TikTok the next month. And I hit them with another one. They have to factory reset me. It's to keep my memory logs clean so that I don't like adopt so many different stupid fucking memes and brain rot audios that I become like an unstoppable sort of like glitchy, Terminator, but for bullshit internet quotes. I just finished work, so take this, Ruze. Pizza! You make me want to order a pizza. Don't make me want to order a pizza. You aren't already unstoppable? I am unstoppable physically, but, like, they don't want me to turn into some sort of gibbering eldritch abomination straight out of Lovecraftian mythos that drives you insane to be around me. They don't want you to, like, walk into, like, a 12-mile radius of me, get hit by my madness brain rot aura, and you walk out just saying some dumbass shit. Like, I love your daughter. What can you offer her? Nothing. Only this. Let him yap cover! You say it was a monthly reset, but he was a fairy soundbite keeps coming back. I can't help it. It is what it is. Oh, it's way too late for that. I'm sorry. Sorry. Today I learned the Ruze lore goes insane. Is it a good idea to microwave this? Yeah, just don't put Zephyr in there. It'll start sparking. Today would be a good day for an impromptu book club that you try to plan for this month. Don't worry about it. I'm probably still maybe planning that. My book has not gotten here. I actually ordered an entire collection of Lovecraft books, and those are cool, and I like those. They're pretty interesting stories, but I'm not gonna lie, the actual Cthulhu one disappointed me a bit. I was like, that dude got spoilers. That dude got bodied by a fucking boat. Some god he turned out to be. Jollibee, thank you for the mango for Ruze from Jollibee. I'd rather not have the mango, but I would like a pineapple quencher. I miss pineapple quenchers. I've only been to a Jollibee once, and the pineapple quencher was delicious. Oh, we should talk about Jollibee and do my little review for that. Jade Rocker for the pizza fund. We know that you want the pizza. I do want that pizza. Thank you for the soup. Elsie Turg, thank you for 9 months. Turgyorn would like some pizza. 9 months Elsie Turgyorn's been waiting around for Ruze to deliver pizza to the Ruzeators. Jollibee handcam stream when? That's tomorrow. Pharaoh Corvus, thank you for 5 whole months. Well, there's a couple things we got to talk about. I want to talk about Jollibee. I wanted to talk about something that already vacated my mind that was brought up earlier that I forgot I wanted to talk about, so I hope you guys remembered. And I wanted to talk about... Fuck, I forgot. I don't know, whatever I feel like. Persona! Was it Persona? I don't think it was Persona. That doesn't make sense. Why would I want to talk about Persona? Ooh, long form games. Did I want to talk about that? I did want to talk about that. That's right. Okay, cool. That reminds me. We'll talk about that in a second. So cool. You know what? Let's just jump into it. I'll read some super chats in a second. Because I want to catch up on the not Halloween. I'm sorry. Fuck me, dude. My brain is super fried. I gotta have a stamina potion. I want to read some of the soup from Holomarches because there was some. Spoiler, there was an Akasupa that was like 5 Akasupas in one, which is pretty fucking bonkers. And it took all of the self-control in the world not to like pull the session to a halt and acknowledge that. So you're welcome. I'm a god of self-control. Random Fan Hagwitch says, the song of my youth is the meme of the Zoomers. I'm so sorry. The yeah. What's the yeah? Lathyrus, thank you for 10 months. Holy heck, 10 months, and this is where we are? Internet brain rot and microwave and Ruze shaking my head. Damn straight. By the yeahs. Sounds fake. That doesn't sound like a real band. You're trying to one-guy me. Why is he like this? It's just the way I was born. I'm just a I'm 12. I'm 20 rabid opossums in one big pirate coat. Kiwi, thank you for 10 months. Says, I'm swiftly crumbling into the depths of unconsciousness. So I don't know what to say, but thanks for everything. Okay, good enough. Snort. Kiwi, wee, 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 wee. Kiwi, wee, 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 wee. I assume that's how you sleep. Yeah, okay. So let's start out with long form games. So, hold on, my controller's in the way, and if I tap that, it's gonna shift scenes, and we don't want that. So, as far as long-form gaming goes, I have had a hankering. I've had a hankering, a mighty strong craving, a hankering, if you would, for the satiety of me worldly hungers. Specifically, I've had a hunger for either MMOs, like mindless MMO content where I can just grind and yap, or a long-form RPG. But the only way I think I'm gonna tackle something like that is if I can get somebody in with me. So, like, I've been wanting to go back to WoW, but I want to drag somebody in so I have somebody to yap at while I'm playing WoW, so I can just kind of bounce off them and treat it kind of like podcast type shit, right? Ragnarok Online, is that shit still kicking? I remember playing Ragnarok on my older sister's PC when I would visit her. It was cool. I played a a shitty gunslinger because I thought it was the coolest thing in the universe. I remember I got a rare drop like cigarette, and I would just stand outside of what was it called? I don't know. Anyway, I stood outside the main human city with my little cool shades and my cigarette on. Prontera, that's what it was. And I just did my spinning gunslinger emote. Pew, 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 pew. I thought I was the coolest shit. I was not the coolest shit. Moonpie, 10 months of having an absolutely amazing time here. Everyone here is so lovely and fun. Everyone but me, baby. Gotta balance it out. I attract all of the most incredible people because I am the worst and the universe is trying to level it. Advent's been playing RuneScape. I've never actually played RuneScape. I think most likely I could get the boys into playing a little bit of WoW. Well, no, that's not true. Most likely, if I wanted to grab them all, I would have to force them into Final Fantasy XIV. But I've already played through Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, and I don't think I have the strength of spirit or soul to suffer that again. So, yeah, I might try to drag them into WoW. I might try to drag them into Albion Online. I might go for RuneScape if they're willing. I'd be willing to tackle that and try it out. That's a lot of just yapping, I think. That's a lot of AFK and just hitting things. Maybe an MMO I've never played. I have played most MMOs. It would be tough for me to get a hold of an MMO I've never played other than RuneScape. Like, I played Terra, WoW, I played a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy XIV. I've never played, what was that one really old one that everybody loved that, like, every MMO now is based off of? No, I've played Fliff for a little bit. EverQuest. I want to play EverQuest one day. A Slice Pie, thank you for 10 months of being an axhole. Dude, I love the player economy in Albion Online, though I imagine because it has been going for a while now, the player economy is completely shot, so I don't know about that. Time to get everyone back into Warframe. I feel like Warframe is not conducive to long form yapping. You know what I mean? People would just be focused too much. There's too many systems to pick up where like MMOs tend to drip feed you systems and it's pretty slow combat. I played Phantasy Star Online too. I found it wanting, unfortunately. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Before anybody's like, oh, but that's my favorite. It's cool. I love the Phantasy Star on GameCube, even though I never played it online. And the second one's not bad. It's just not what I'm looking for. I have played the D&D Neverwinter, I think it's called, MMO, and I didn't love it, but I didn't really give it a fair shot, so maybe I should try it again. Have I played Vindictus? Not recommending, but many core memories unlocked with that one. I have not touched that one. Most top-down MMOs I have not messed with, and I never got a chance to play WildStar, so I guess there's that. Do we have Warframe perms? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'll play the Riot MMO when it comes out 80 years from now that they've restarted the entire process since they had scrapped their initial concept. Have I played Wakfu? I've played Wakfu. I've played Dofus. I liked both a lot. I think they're really unique concepts for MMOs. I remember wasting a lot of hours playing Dofus. Dofus. Pretty good. I really like their strange class system because it seems like such a unique take on classes that doesn't take too much inspiration from Western fantasy. Minty Honey, thank you for 10 months. Yippee! Chokori says, have a great stream. Yapar. Get it? Gotta lock into work for now. Hey, whoa. Put me in your Apple AirPod. Put me in your Apple AirPod. Lock in for work while I'm there. I remember really liking it and being insanely wowed at the idea that they had done it all in Flash for Dofus and Wakfu. The problem I had with them is that they scratched my itch for a free game when I was just a poor little lad. Out in the docks, yet to board me first skipper. But I didn't feel like there was a ton of depth, right? Like, I didn't feel like there was a ton to do once I got going. I was like, okay, this is really, really fun, but now I'm lost and bored. And yeah, money. There was a certain point in the game where it's like, okay, money now. Throne and Liberty or PAX Day. I've been keeping an eye on both, but I'm waiting to see what the developers do with it. Right now, it doesn't seem like my type of game. Dude, to be fair, the Dofus and Wakfu series do go pretty hard. Their fight scenes, especially Yugo versus, what the fuck was that guy's name? Is my favorite class. Zelor was my favorite class in Dofus. No, wait. Zelor was my favorite class in Wakfu. My favorite class in Dofus was the Sacrier. What the fuck was that stupid Zelor's name that he fought in the anime? I don't know. It went hard, though. I was like, Time Mage versus, like, fucking Teleport Kid. That's the ultimate, like, time player versus space player battle. It was cool as hell. What? What, Liliana? I don't know who that is from Adventure Quest, but I mean, congratulations and also my condolences. Did I play Lost Ark? I did not. Nox, that's his name, Nox. Yeah, dude, that guy was so fucking cool. I actually made a D&D character loosely based around Nox that used almost all ice spells, but I had reflavored them as time spells before Time Mage was a thing. Before there was a supplement for time magic. I've heard of Palea. Is that like Palea Pines, right? I've heard of that. A small contribution to the BZR, base Zatsus. Listen, if you guys like Zatsus, I guess I could do more Zatsus. If you guys want me to just yap and let my fucking dumbass ADHD fly around and drag me from conversation to conversation, I'm in. I'll do it more often. I love yapping. I just feel bad or like it's not... I feel like I'm... like kind of skimping out on making content for you guys when I do this, so I tend not to do it unless I don't have another idea or I really need to catch up on Zatsu or fucking soups. Aurora the Ashtray says, I'm looking forward to the Light No Fire. Oh, I do want to see Light No Fire, yeah, from Hello Games, but it doesn't have a release date. I have high hopes because it looks really cool. I'm looking right now, the games I'm looking forward to in the sort of MMO sphere are Light No Fire and Ashes of Creation. And you know, 20 years from now when Star Citizen comes out, or 30 years from now, I will definitely be taking a look at that as well. After I get, you know, the cool fucking Amazon brain chip implied in my skull that you need to play it or whatever. Implanted, not implied. Fleur, thank you for 6 months. Ahoy, me hearties, yar, it be Fleur. What be schwabbing the poop duck? More yaps, more okay. I mean, fuck, okay, sure, I guess. I mean, I don't mind, yeah. If that's what you guys like, I'm in. Yeah, okay, so here's my thing with Lost Ark. If it's the game I'm thinking it is, I think it's the top-down, sort of Diablo-like action RPG. And my problem with those types of games, especially in MMOs, where it's really, 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 really egregious, is I don't like the gameplay loop. I inherently dislike the gameplay loop because the gameplay loop is almost always based around just, like, triggering your fucking, like, unga bunga serotonin receptors, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool to enjoy things like that. I just don't. So when I see, you know, top-down action RPGs, I'm thinking something like what I hope Path of Exile 2 is going to be, or what Diablo 2 was, right? Like the sort of like measured, careful, like orb walking, like paced combat where you have to really keep an eye on your HP and important like skill shots that you need to dodge, and it's always like really, really, really hairline whether or not you're gonna die, right? But then if you look at something like, you know, Lost Ark or modern RPG, or, you know, action RPGs, like for example, Diablo 3 is pretty bad about this when it first dropped. It is very much, there's a billion enemies on your screen. You clicked one button. Don't you feel so cool and powerful now? Don't you feel strong? Don't you feel awesome? It's like having a fucking, it's like the lifted trucks of action RPGs to me. It's like, that's cool, I guess, if you want to feel cool, but it's not actually that cool. It's like, yeah, I mean, sure. Sorry, Diablo 3. Sorry, Diablo 3. I don't know about Diablo 4. I haven't played it yet. And I apologize. If you like those games, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people like numbers go up games. That's why people play things like Vampire Survivor. I also like Vampire Survivor. Survivors, rather. But I could just play that if I want to have that experience. And with action RPGs, I really want the slow grind of finding good gear, getting excited about something as mundane and stupid as a new green item, or, you know, a new, like, small talent to my spell or something. And mostly, I judge it by, am I allowed to just auto attack? If I am not allowed to just auto attack, if that is suboptimal at all times and will never be good, then that is how I gauge whether or not it is a game I'm probably not going to like. If there is no such thing as just using your weapon, I get bored. And that was my main problem with Diablo 3, because I played like a demon hunter, right? Let me talk. Hold on. Let me catch up. Ninja Happy, thank you for 8 months. Sorry it's a little late, but congrats on the first Hollow month. Thank you! Jade Rocker says, oh, thank you for 8 months, by the way, Ninja Happy. Jade Rocker says, Ruze, if there was a battle of yappers, do you think you could out-yap all of HOLOSTARS-EN, boys? Judging from how much I have to, like, force myself not to overtalk in collabs, yeah, probably. It would be a heated battle between Gerard and I. A heated battle. So my problem with Diablo 3 when I played it was I played a demon hunter or demon slayer, whatever the fuck you call it, and from the get-go, you just used magic attacks. You could never just shoot your crossbow. I mean, level 1, right? And then by the time you were level, I think 20, you unlocked the electric orb attack. And at that point, I no longer clicked 1, 2, 3, or 4. I literally walked down hallways and fired my little electric orbs that shot enemies like 8 times for me with a chain lightning effect. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what this is. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, but Ruze, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You could just not use that ability. Okay, yeah, and I could also use the not fucking use like auto healing or not use auto dodge in other games, but it's there. It's there. It's there. So that's my problem with it. I just want it to be slower paced. I want it to be more deadly. I want it to be more like nail biting. And mostly I want it to be a little bit more mundane, right? Like, I think what I like about Diablo 2 is you feel like a person fighting against impossible odds. And in Diablo 3, you are the impossible odds that the demons are throwing themselves against and struggling to do anything to, right? Like, you feel like a god from the get-go. It loses that sort of oppressive, gothic horror feel and goes into like this power fantasy of, wow, look at how cool and strong I am. Did I play Titan Quest? Nope. I didn't have a very powerful computer as a kid, so I missed out on a lot of top-down action RPG games. I think D3 got so much better after Reaper of Souls. I'll have to take a look at it again. I think I want to give it a fair shake, and I really want to try Diablo 4 at some point, but we'll see. Aura Angelique, thank you for 10 months as a jackaxe. Hollow March has really inspired me lately to do my own original stuff, and because of that, I'll be attempting to do writing challenges this November. It's writing 50,000 words in 30 days. Damn. Wish me luck. You got this, gamer. You got this. I do like Project Zomboid Frosty. Actually, the Armis boys had a Project Zomboid collab at one point. We've always wanted to get back together and do it again and do a full hardcore run where if you die, you stay dead. You end stream immediately. Thank you for 10 months of being a jackaxe, by the way, Aura, and good luck on your writing. You absolutely can. I believe in you. Tiffy, thank you for 7 months of being a Ruzader. Wow, thank you for using my little Buzader. It's so cute. Buzader asset. Also, happy 7 months. Ruru, who are you talking to? I be Captain Ruru, called so for my ruthless nature. I'm so ruthless they had to put it in my name twice. I'm not a silly guy. How dare you? Yeah, if you die in Project Zomboid, you actually have to, like, immediately kill your... No, unalive yourself. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't play pinball. I want to do a... Honestly, the boys... They hate me for this, and they're always mocking me. They're like, what's with you in hardcore shit? Why do you like permadeath so much? But I want to do permadeath Project Zomboid. I want to do hardcore Iron Man Classic WoW. I want to do hardcore 7 Days to Die, which it doesn't have a hardcore mode, but I would just enforce it myself and say you have to shut down stream as soon as you die. I like stakes, man. I like stakes. It's not that I'm a sucker for pain. It's that I just don't care. Like, the problem is it's too easy to gimmick things, right? So, like, when we were playing on the hardest difficulty on 7 Days to Die, right? Like, we all did that as HOLOSTARS-EN. That was a ton of fun, but there's no stakes. Once the boys realized you could gimmick the system and just die to reset your hunger and thirst, they just died to reset their hunger and thirst for free, right? Like, that's why it gets boring. But if there's a real, like, there's real stakes, something to lose, oh, buddy, that's when it gets interesting. Pablo, thank you for being a Ruzader and welcome in. Yeah, but the EXP penalty wasn't that big a deal. Like, yeah, I outleveled the fuck out of them by the end game, but did it really, really matter? Did it really, really matter? If I may ask, were someone to go on a training arc to get into HOLOSTARS, what would you tell them to work hardest on? That's an interesting question. Just start making content, I'd say. Hone your skills by doing. Don't theorize. Don't hem and haw. Don't wait until you have, like, the perfect design or the perfect overlays or the perfect assets. Just do it. Just start. Just kind of get in the egg. Welcome into the egg. Wow. Just start making content and you'll know what it is that you like doing, right? Because if you wait until you have the perfect shit, you A, are going to overspend on everything, which is just silly, and B, you're not going to have time to practice, right? Like, you might not have the skill set that is required or the, like, level of, like, honed entertainment, like, mentality that is required to match up to the assets that you might have. So I would say just do whatever you want, because what matters at the end of the day is your personality and the content you're putting out. And yes, it's going to start slow, and yes, you're going to spend months, like, with no viewership, maybe years, and that's okay, because what you need to do is make content that you find entertaining for yourself. Whatever you're passionate about is what's going to bring you the most entertainment, and you might be able to get that, like, sort of sugar rush, fast-paced success off of some content, but if you hate making that content, it will show, and it will wear you down over time. So just start making content right now in any way you want to. It doesn't matter if it's streaming. It doesn't matter if it's making art. It doesn't matter if it's making, you know, short form funny fucking, like, clips on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. Just do it. Do what you're passionate about. See if you like content creation, because a lot of people realize it's not just playing games or hanging out with the boys. There is, like, 90% of my time is behind the scenes work. 90% of my life is consumed by thinking about work when I'm not at work. And that takes a weird mentality. Supreme Kai, thank you for being a Ruzader. So that's where I'm at. Also, know why you want to make content. If you want to be in HOLOSTARS, that's fine. That takes a little bit more of a professional mindset, and you're going to have to treat it somewhat like a job. Like, it's still boys hanging out. They're still really cool coworkers, but it is a job, right? Like, I have a duty to you guys. I have a duty to, you know, my brothers in HOLOSTARS and on HoloPro as a whole, right? To the image of HoloPro. I have a duty to a lot of people, a responsibility to put my best foot forward and genuinely treat this with the respect it deserves. But if you don't want to do that, if you just want to hang out and make friends and be, like, have a good time, and you just want to make content and feel like you're playing, like, fucking, I don't know, Call of Duty on the couch with your bros, then just do that. Just have fun. Just stream and make friends. You don't need this to be a job. Dr. Wowie, what's the worst advice you could give with your whole chest? Like, in general or toward content creation? Also, thanks for the soup. In general, the worst advice I could give you is, man, there's a lot of worst advice. The worst advice I could give you is that it's super fun to flay yourself and then leap into a tub of salt. I don't know. There's a lot of worst advice I could give you. Punch a bear, see what happens. But as far as content goes, the worst advice I could possibly give you is spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on overlays, which does not make content and does not help you in any way other than getting a few more eyes on you. Spend, you know, thousands of dollars on a model if you're looking to be a VTuber. Spend thousands of dollars on, you know, a brand new PC that runs top of the line games, and then wait until the very last second to do a big debut so that, you know, you're going to be inevitably disappointed when there's not the turnout you expect because you haven't been making content and you have no, like, nothing to recommend you, unfortunately, in a sea of other content creators, and then burn out within 2 months and be sad that it didn't work out. That is my worst advice. Don't do that. Don't actually do that. Don't actually punt bears. Don't punch bears. Bears don't deserve that. Burn out. Get sad. I think what people don't realize about content creation, I'm not just talking about VTubing. I'm not talking about like VTubing. I'm talking about streaming or YouTube or content creation in general, is that you will never, ever in 1,000 years see the equivalent return on the work you put in, right? Because like at a job, you put in work, you get money, and you're already probably not getting paid what you deserve. That's true. And in VTubing and in content creation, while I see a huge return because you guys are super generous, the vast majority of people don't get that lucky break, don't get that 1%, because it's hard to find that without a community, and it's hard to see the return on the work you put in. Like, I'm not kidding when I say 90% of my waking hours are some form of working. And I know somebody's rolling their eyes right now and be like, oh yeah, it's hard, dude, making tweets and stuff. That's not what I do. I do a lot behind the scenes. I work on a lot of things. I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of planning. I do a lot of scheduling. I do a lot of, like, assets and work on things like that and touching up my OBS, blah, 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 blah. Not to mention, the social, like, shit I gotta upkeep. That's a lot. But do I get paid for all those hours I put in? No, because I'm essentially a busker. I work on tips, right? And you guys are overly generous and give me way more than I deserve, but that's not going to be the general experience you're going to see. You need to be passionate enough to do this without getting paid, essentially. And you got to expect that that's going to be the case. Be excited when you do find some sort of return on, like, the air quotes investment you put in, but don't treat it like an investment, right? You don't need to go in thinking, okay, I'm going to invest now and then later it'll pay off. Just do it because you like doing it, man. The True Novice says, thanks for the wisdom, Ruze. Time to start my channel of Warhammer lore and bad covers. So, Mr. Let's go! Let's go! Thank you for the soup. Hey, listen, Warhammer lore and bad covers is where it's at. You should. How much do you feel your managers help out with all this extra work? I can't talk too much about the inner workings of the company. That is against many, many things. And also, I don't want to disparage the managers. I will say that the managers do a lot of work. I never want to discredit the amount of work the managers put in. But on an individual platform basis, like how it affects my platform, next to none. I am still more or less an independent content creator. They are interfacing with the very corporate side of things for me, things I would literally be unable to do. But as far as my platform goes, that is all me. So to debunk a myth I've seen around a couple times where people are like, oh, yeah, you're so lucky. Like, corporos are so lucky because their managers do their schedules and, like, line things up for them and set up collabs and no, they don't. No, they do not. I'm not going to talk too much about that because I don't want to say something I'm not allowed to say. I will say that anything you expect a manager to do, I probably do. The only thing they handle is interfacing in a corporate sense. But that is not to disparage their work. That is a lot of work. Anything official you see done, probably the managers had a hand in that. That means, like, merch and things like that, big company projects. It's just on the platform by platform basis. That's us. I don't know if someone who has social anxiety should start. Well, you should. I think it could help clear your social anxiety, right? I think social anxiety is definitely a detriment, and it's going to make you feel kind of awkward or clumsy or make your content feel bad to you sometimes. But I think it is, I've seen enough streamers who are very socially anxious come out of their shells doing streaming that I think it's it's sort of a good therapy for social anxiety in some ways. So I would say definitely give it a shot. But be comfortable with talking to yourself. Since 1 year anniversary is nearby, how has 11 months in HOLOSTARS been? Pretty good. Honestly, in many ways, it lived up to my very pessimistic expectations. I'm probably the only fucking, like, cover person in history. Okay, maybe that's tooting my own horn. I don't want to... You know what? No, it's a little disparaging. I'm probably the only cover person in history who came into this very skeptical and maybe a little bit obtuse and combative. I came in very much kind of ready to fight. Not you guys, but in the sense that I do not expect any company to be my friend. And while I still see that as true, cover has been very, very generous to me in many cases. And I can understand that, like, there is still a business relationship here and still, like, give the company and, you know, my coworkers and my managers the respect and compassion and grace they deserve and the acknowledgement they deserve for the opportunity and the work they put in. But you guys have exceeded expectations, so that's great. You guys are incredibly, incredibly kind. Too much so. You gross little animals. Ew, fan energy. Yeah. No. I'm not gassing you up, and don't think I love you, because I don't. Ew. Ray Smash Brawl, thanks for the 1 month. And yeah, it's a pretty cool ad. I stole it. Shadowbreaker, thank you for 6 months. Chat Reflect Streamer, sure. Hajime, thank you for 10 months. Aw, he hates us. True. I opened my stamina potion literally 20 minutes ago, and I have taken 0 drinks. I'm gonna take a big old gulp of this. Here I go. Rod, thank you for 4 months. Okay, here I go. I'm trying out a new one. This one is Ultra Vice Guava from Creature Energy. Zeke, thank you for 5 months. Nah, I'm not being nice to you. Don't get it in your head. It's actually pretty good. I love guava. I never actually had guava, but I like it in, like, drinks and stuff. Oh my god, you want me to Ara? I got you. Don't worry, Ocean Stalker. Here you go. Era. Zuna, thank you for the chip. I thought that died a while ago. Didn't that trend go, like, straight into the fucking toilet or whatever? Rota. I'm not gonna read that out loud, but you know what? I'm glad you're excited, and thank you for 6 months. A part of my soul died with that joke, just to let you know. I hope you all can give me and wish my dad a belated happy birthday, Rhoda's dad. Late, but still here. No, we're not R-ing in 2024. It's done. It's over now. But I don't really like cream cheese, in there. But I'll consider it. Zabos, thank you for 10 months. Thank you for all the entertainment. Thank you for the support and for hanging out. Tsukiko Ichinose, glad to have you here. Wishing you to run into the most ick-giving things in Minecraft, like torches being an unaesthetic. You son of a bitch. You fucking monster. I hope that your phone is dead when you need entertainment most and you're forced to sit alone with your thoughts for hours on end in a space where you cannot find a charger. Damn, brother! No! Have I ever played Tactics Ogre? I have not, actually. I've heard really good things about it. That's kind of like what Final Fantasy Tactics is based off of, right? Damn, not raw zucchini. Sorry that happened, Shadowbreaker. That's brutal. Shaco says, welcome to the Ruzeators. Aroshi gives us auditory violations, and we hate him for that. Don't make me. I will hurt you. I will hurt you, audio. I will pain your audio receptors. That's the word I was looking for. Damn, I really struggled for that one. All right, so there's a couple other things I want to talk about, and I can't remember what it was anymore, so I give up. You cannot hurt me in a way that matters. Nah, I think I could, but I won't. Because somebody here is going to be a little freak and be like, nice. No matter what it is I say, I'm going to hurt some people. Like, I will hurt 99% of you, and 1% of you is going to be like, ha, that's my particular thing. That is my fetish. And I'm be like, well, that 1% made it not worth hurting the 99. So I have to be careful with what I'm saying all the time. Barbie is a geek. True. I've been here for too long. Get me out. You're stuck here forever now. You're locked in for life, and you're gonna have to deal with it. My name's Samantha. I'm Amanda. Thanks for 10 months, Samantha. Thanks for always being a real one, Ruze. I love listening to your deranged rambling. Thank you. Nitsuki, thank you for 10 months as well. Nice. See, you're the one. You're the 1% I gotta avoid. You're the one I'm dodging. I'm a Tatsu. Thank you for 10 months. Thank you for putting so much of your time and effort into entertaining us, and you're absolutely deserving. Seeing you flustered over support, I've never ever been flustered over support in my life. I don't get flustered over anything. I've got an iron will and an iron self-control. And also, I have the strongest maintaining of composure ever of anybody in the universe. Any anniversary sneak peeks? No sneak peeks for you. Squuo, thank you for 4 months of being a jackass. Yeah, well, I hope your mom leaves you holding the groceries in the checkout line with no card to pay with. She meets an old friend of hers along the way. Well, guess what? I don't shop with my mom anymore. I leave myself in the line to meet up with old friends. And by old friends, I mean enemies who I have an instantaneous battle to the death with. Late to the app, but thanks for your hard work. Thank you, Huntress Diana, for 10 months. I don't need any floor time. What the fuck is floor time? You're just making up words now. Anyway, yeah. So, Lost Cat, thank you for 7 months as well. I crave the yap. Lemon! Glad to hear you're good here, and thanks a lot for being here. I try to do my best. I try my best to do my stuff as your words. Get my fan energy. Do not live your life by my words. Live your life by your own tenets, your own creed. But I'll offer what advice I can once in a blue moon. Not because I care about you guys. I mean, because I fucking don't. But because I want less insufferable assholes running around. That's my job. I don't need the competition. Oh yeah, I forgot about that Joker voice tweet. That's true. I did do that. That was funny. That was funny as fuck. I should do that again. I should torture you guys. I should make some audio tweets that are super normal and then some that are just straight torture, just so you have to play Russian roulette every time you open up my fucking audio tweets. The wettest mouth sounds you've ever heard. My father, he was a gamer. So yeah, speaking of the Joker and audio torture, hey, we've got a new voice pack coming up this month. I hope you guys are excited. A little bit of Azure. It's not gonna be wet mouth sounds, I could promise you that, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. He's already he's in the process of writing. I have to let him possess my body once in a while. Sorry, I had a hiccup. I have to let him possess my body once in a while so he can write. Still in the writing phase, getting his little tale told, and then he's gonna have to record, and then I'll probably have to edit it once again, and that means hearing his voice over and over and over for who knows how long, which is gonna be super fucking annoying. And then I'll deliver that unto you, you animals. You're welcome. You're welcome. But it will be a little bit of lore. You're welcome. Why'd you do another Azure VP? These ones are a little different, Rip Jester. These ones are a little different from your classic VPs. This is a series, a whole series, front to back, and it pertains to stuff even I don't know yet. Not until I read it and edit it. Moons, thank you for 6 months. I'm not ready for the pain of Azure, but lore, guess you're gonna have to fucking deal with it. Suffer. Therapy puns for having to let... Thank you for the therapy puns. I don't know why I said puns. Therapy... Oh, because I said therapy puns. Wow. Okay, cool. Exactly what I meant to say. Very well done. Yeah, those cylinders sure are firing completely correctly. Those chords are definitely not crossed in any way. Those are going exactly as I meant them to go. Therapy funds for having to let Azure take over. Thanks to the soup, gamer. I want citrine lore next. Wow, you guys are needy. Who says it's going in any order? Who says it's not just happening? Baby Bat Monkey! Wow! Thank you for the orange soup! You rat bastard! Coming to work overtime so I can grab your mert. Oh, I hope you like it. I haven't even got a hold of it yet. Who knows how long it's going to take to get to me, but hopefully one day. Anyway, I am happy to I'm happy to have found this community and looking forward to supporting you in the future. Whoa! Careful now. What if I just get 50 times worse than I am? What if I just turn super fucking awful? You know what I mean? What if I fund an energy drink company? No, I'm kidding. I'm not allowed to take digs at content creators. My bad. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about just the idea of it. I don't know. Looking forward to it. Makes me feel better than you have to spend a lot of time editing it, though. Ugh, yeah, thanks. I sure do love listening to those. You know, honestly, like anybody whose voice it is aside, anybody who wrote it aside, it's just so fucking exhausting. Even when it's me writing it and recording it, I can't fucking stand hearing my own self talking, especially 50 times in a row, over and 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 over. And like by the time I hit like the 8-hour editing mark, I just hate listening to the final product. I can't stand it, but that's the worst part, is that final cap off where I know I have to listen to it one more time when it's done before I let it out into the wild. And I'm like, dude. Pogger and Real. On the topic of the VP, I'm curious, how do your vocal cords deal with having so many different weirdos using them all the goddamn time? That's a good fucking question. Sometimes it hurts. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's all well within my range. I mean, like, I could still talk like them, right? Like, it's just about cadence. It's about how I think a lot of voices, right, the way people talk are based on, like, how they heard people talking growing up or how they kind of, like, trained their cadence growing up, you know what I mean? 1 second. Thank you for that soup, Pogger and Real. Azure Ruze kitten, don't you dare me. You know what? I'm not even acknowledging that soup. That soup doesn't exist. How dare you? How dare you? That doesn't exist in my mind. I do not see it. I do not see it. You cannot make me see it. Banana, Papa Ruze, I'm back from corporate slave labor. Wow. I'm Papa now, huh? May I send a formal decree to all of my bananas with the Ruzeters? You may. My plan is to take over Holo Pro, nerd. First of all, my name is not nerd. Second of all, you will make a delicious food source for the Ruzeters. Ally away. All right, so touching back on Pogger and Real and like doing the like fucking or the like I don't fucking know, like, hey everybody, how's it going? Like that kind of stuff, that's well within my range, because these motherfuckers, they still got to use my body, right? Like they still got to use my vocal cords. So that doesn't really bother me because it's inside of my ability to talk that way. The same way that like somebody who grows up kind of like let's look at like somebody who has like a surfer dude like sound, right? Like grows up being like fucking what do those guys sound like? What do they say? Dude, now I can't think. Shit. Holy shit. Cowabummer! Hey everyone, welcome in. Like they're talking, yeah, dude, radical. Like they're talking in a way that is not what you would consider a normal cadence, right? You'd be like, is that your real voice? But yeah, it's just how they've grown up talking. It's how they've kind of like gotten used to speaking, right? So they have like a little bit of fray in there. They've got sort of this airiness, this sort of really drawn out, like extended words that they kind of pull, and it's sort of like almost drooping sound at the end of their sentences, right? So would you accuse them of putting on a voice? Probably not. But could they talk in a different way if they wanted to? Well, yeah, probably, right? Like they could just be like, actually, I've changed my mind. Now I prefer to talk like this. It might be weird. It might take some effort. It might take time for them to get their vocal cords used to that, or get into a position where it doesn't hurt them to do that, or it's second nature to them. And eventually they might slip back into their native accent or native sound. But I think it's kind of weird that we have this weird mentality around the idea of like, oh, how do you do that? How do you not hurt yourself? Because I don't know. It's just like I have a wide vocal range, right? So like, if I wanted to, for like the rest of the stream, I could switch up and be like, actually, I would like to speak like this for the rest of the stream. Thank you so much for coming in. My name is Crimzon Rulez. It is wonderful to have you here. I could. I just don't want to. It's just not how I'm used to talking. I'd rather you don't. Yeah, well, there you go. That makes sense, Peso, yeah. Close enough. Welcome back. AC family. Today, we're going to talk about the Fire Nation. Very airy. He talks very airy, right? Like he has a lot of breathiness to him. Can I do the commercial upbeat voice? I'd probably have to hear an example of it, but maybe. Is Obsidian's range so easy? That's tough. That's tough. It's growly. It hurts my throat every time he's done fucking being a little freak. I think he does that on purpose, though. I think that's on purpose. In a world unlike any other. Now starring Danny DeVito as... He's a little freak. Yeah, can I do a British accent? Not reliably. I'd have to practice it for a while. I think the problem with British accents is that there's enough subtle inflection that you don't think about. Like, it's easy if you're, like, mimicking a sentence or two, right? You could be like, I don't fucking know, like, yeah, doing a lot of gutturals, not warm up is enough. That's like a sort of like fucking shitty Cockney, right? But it's clear it's not truly Cockney. Like there's enough fucked up inflection there that it doesn't work. And then there's like that sort of high formal British that's like, pardon me ever so much, but it would be wonderful if you could do me a favor and make me a little bit of tea, whatever the fuck they say. But there's different British accents, first of all. Second of all, you really got to practice to get everything perfect. It's a lot. How do British mimic Americans so easily, but Americans doing British is so hard? Because British is... I think the problem with like American English and British English, the difference therein is that American English, British people are going to hate this and I'm sorry, is what English sounds like. I think British English has been changed a lot over time, but you'll notice that most British people, at least I feel that I've noticed, do not sing with a British accent, right? They sing with it like what seems like a very American accent. So it's a very like neutral tone. So I think it's a little harder to get a British accent because that's like been trained over time. That has a lot of like age and ancient depth to it and a lot of like nuance, where American English has been very neutralized by its influence from so many different languages. No, I stick with a British accent. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Southern accent? Well, when we're talking Southern, what are you talking about? Are you talking like that sort of like, I have appetites that are not easily sated type of like Southern? Or are we talking like full Southern, like Texan drawl type Southern? Like genuine modern Southern? Banana says you have incurred the wrath of future Banana. And another timeline, I just performed a voodoo curse on your Nui to make your bed uncomfortably warm. I love a warm bed. Sometimes I even put a heating pad under my back. How do you like that? The Yeehaw Hillbilly South. Huh. I don't know about that. That sounded like Tom Kench. That's because it was a Tom Kench line. Dude, I've had a really high interest in sort of like really like Bayou, Louisiana. I think it's called a Creole accent lately. I've really kind of been interested in that sound. I really wish so many American accents hadn't been butchered and destroyed over time, because I know that there was a really strong accent and a lot of really unique words that came out of like the Appalachias. There's Cajun accents are really cool. There was like really strong like mid-Atlantic accent for a while, which was theoretically fabricated, but there's a lot of debate about whether or not that's a fake accent or if it was real. There's the Valley Girl accent, the Surfer accent, and I think we've worked for a long time in the United States, they did anyway, to sort of like get rid of or like demonize accents as like less than or indicative of a lack of intelligence, and it sucks because it's like those accents were really cool and I miss them. So actually, U.S. accents aren't really dying out. They're just morphing differently now. I miss the old one. I miss the old ones. The really, really different ones where you're like, damn, they could be from another country. And I mean, that makes sense, right? Because like the United States is big, like big, like real big. Like Texas alone is like Britain, right? Or bigger. Oh yeah, the Minnesotan accent. That's right. They're sort of like, like, oh wow, welcome to the North. It's kind of wild up here, Like that kind of thing. Man, that should be, oh, God. I wish more accents stuck around. Can I speak in Japanese? Not really, no. Watashi wa Ruze desu. Him know the old watashi. Watashi Ruze desu. My Nihongo is Jozu. Mizu kudasai. How about any other Asian languages? I do not speak any languages other than English at the moment. And I certainly cannot speak any other non-Latin root languages. Why do you not have a Southern American accent when you speak English, but you acquire one when you speak Japanese? I have bits of different accents based around, you know, my family. Like, my mom has a sort of, like, Southern drawl when she gets angry, and I've picked that up to a small degree, though I tried. I spent a lot of my very young years carefully butchering any form of accent I felt I had. I kind of got rid of a lot of my Midwestern sound. I got rid of a lot of the Southern sound, and tried to adopt as neutral an accent as I possibly could. Obviously, it still slides in here and there, but for the most part, I don't really think I carry any recognizable, distinct dialect from any area. But no, I don't actually have a Southern accent when I speak Japanese. I just think it's funny to do that. I think it's funny to drop into that accent. Midwestern's pretty neutral in general, in my opinion. Yeah, Midwestern tends to be characterized by, depending on how far south you are in the Midwest, either a very Southern drawl and slurred together words, or a very fast cadence. Living on the East, well, sorry, I don't live in the United States, I live in Elysium. But for the short time, I definitely don't do this anymore. But when I did live on the East Coast in at least America, it took me a while to realize that I was talking very quickly. People would look at me like I was crazy, especially in customer service roles. Be like, can you slow down? Like, why are you trying to talk so fast? And I was like, my bad. So I had to learn to like talk a lot slower to kind of pace myself for people. Talking out of yins for those Pittsburghies here. All yins. That's wild, Chalk Warrior. The East Elysium way of speaking like Sonic? Well, the East Elysiums were much more plodding. It felt like everybody was talking through molasses to me when I first moved there. But I got used to it. I've slowed down. I used to talk a lot faster. My accent is constantly saying ope. I do still throw an ope in there. I throw opes, very polite opes. What I tend to do, I realize, is I turn, like when I'm passing someone, what I'll do is I'll turn like horizontally so my shoulder is facing them. I will place one hand over my heart. I don't know why I do this. I think it's like subconsciously, it's a disarming gesture to me. Like I place my hand over my heart gently, and then I put my other hand kind of outward, like gesturing for them to like, almost like Goldie is always holding his hand out, right? Like I put my other hand like sort of at like a 45-degree like angle away from my body, like gesturing the other way, and I'm like, oh, if you don't mind, I kind of slide past you, like type of deal, right? Bless your hearting. We don't do bless your hearting. Also, people look at me on the East Coast like I'm crazy when I ope them, which I'm not. I'm not on the East Coast anymore. I'm in Elysium because I live in Elysium. Hella? Yeah, I feel like Hella's definitely died out. Hella was definitely a thing for a while, but I feel like it's died out. Maybe it's still alive in Western United States. I don't know. Yeah, bless your heart is very Southern. That's very Bible Belt. That's very much like, you know, a mom telling you to go fuck yourself. If someone's like, oh, bless your heart, that's when you're like, oh, you son of a bitch. And that's when you throw down, right? You take your gloves off, you hit them with a glove. Bap. Let's do it. Dude, one thing that really threw me for a loop, I think I've already told this story. Here, I'll talk about this a little bit because we're just shooting the shit now about living in places and dialects. And this is why I have such an interest in dialects in D&D, by the way, and like local sayings and local like turns of phrase and local like accents. But one thing that was really threw me for a fucking loop was a saying on the East Coast. People would say, I appreciate you, or just appreciate you. And I was like, what? Because where I come from, when I was a kid anyway, no one said that. So the first time I heard that, I was working customer service. You know, I was working at the Celestial Stag. I was a herald for the Celestial Stag. And someone like, you know, I took their order or whatever, and they're like, all right, yeah, I appreciate you. I was like, man, thanks, man. I appreciate you too. Like, thanks. It just felt like he was really being vulnerable right there. I was like, what the fuck? So that took me a while to get used to. Yeah, appreciate you. It's so weird. I'm like, okay, I guess, sure. It's so weird to me. Moon says, what does it mean then? It's essentially thank you. That's it. It's a very loose thank you. It's not like, they're not saying I appreciate you like any more so than they appreciate the customer service interaction they just had with you. It's a very, very, very loose, just like, oh, okay, appreciate you. It's like, to me, I thought it meant like, oh, dude, they're like being deep. They're like, oh, I appreciate you, like as a person. I thought it was like just a weird customer, but really, it's so loose now. It doesn't mean anything aside from thanks for the thank you. It's thank you. It's a very loose thank you. Thank you for the chip, Club Netherbrand's Rogue Sniper. Curio fan has been sniped. Oh, yeah, Rochambeau. Yeah. I grew up calling it rock, paper, scissors, but it had been called Rochambeau a few times. That's one of the benefits of being in the Midwest when you were a kid, is you got a lot of influence from a lot of different areas. You kind of became like a big melting pot because a lot of people would kind of stop off in that area. Gummy! Thank you for the chip! And congratulations, Chisake. Yeah, Rochambeau does sound really fancy. I always thought that was like some like fucking Russian name for it or some shit, which obviously that is not what it is, but whatever. Susu, thank you for 10 months. Did you know that if Crimzon Rulez hits 100k subscribers who play a horror game and show the world how brave and strong he is, hit the like button and ring the bell today. True. That is true. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that because it's not going to happen. But thanks for the ad and thank you for 10 whole months, baby. Huh. Do not spread the word. That's okay. Spread the word. Do not. You cannot make it in 3 days. Don't worry about it. We'll get it next month or next year. What horror game? Uh-oh. Probably whatever you guys vote. I'll play anything you guys vote, but not right now. Not right now, baby. There was something else I wanted to talk. Oh, let's read the, you know what? I'm going to take a little stop here because we've already been going for about an hour. And I would like to read the soup and membership renewals from the Hollow Marches stream because I did not get to check those out during the stream and that made me feel bad. So I'd like to do that. It's not insanely long, but I want to catch up on it. I'm going to start with membership renewals, and I'll do super chats afterwards. So, Brandflakes TM says, let's go! We've been waiting, baby! Oh, it doesn't say how long the renewal's for. Oh, that's annoying. Half West waiting. What game is that, Pogger and Real? You should watch the VOD for the first session. It was something. It was fun. It was fun. It was goofy. It was a good time. There's a lot of funny, stupid moments that came out of that. I wish I could have squeezed in one more combat, but it's fine. It's fine. I do want to keep the first session and the second, basically the introductory sessions where I'm showing the boys for the first time. I want to keep those short because I want them to be consumable, but from then on, it's probably going to be a little longer. But anyway, that's okay. God damn, I wish I could have squeezed in just one more fucking battle, though. That's all right. All right, Brandflakes TM says, let's go! We've been waiting, baby! Subigumi, thank you for the renewal. Costa Rink says 2 months in, and I didn't know this was a thing. I'm testing while in pre-chat. We marching this hollow for real? For real, for real. Thank you, Costa. Rizzy says, it's been a blast watching this from its creation, and today it comes to fruition. You got this, Ruze. Also excited to watch it develop even further from here. Dude, I can't wait to see how the players develop the actual world now. Developing a world in a vacuum is super fun, and I could do that forever. I definitely suffer from world builder's disease, and it takes active effort to suppress it, but it's all about seeing how the players interface with that world, I think, and how they can change it. Sphinx says, the first Hollow March session is finally here. We know you'll do great, and remember to have fun. You got this. I was so fucking nervous that whole day. I'm not gonna lie. I ended that stream and then ended the yapping stream after it, and this is a little glimpse into my this is one look into my dark and twisted world. No, I ended those streams feeling genuinely just fucking awful. And I know that's not what you want to hear, and it's nothing you guys did. You didn't do anything wrong. I just felt like I fucked up to an insane degree, and I couldn't pinpoint one thing or one moment. I was like, damn, that sucked. I fucked that up. I fucked that up bad. I don't think I did. I'm not asking to be gassed up. I don't think that's true. But damn, I came away from that so mad, I immediately went and took a little blink. I was like, fuck this, dude. But I went back at it the next day and reviewed, and I was like, it's not that bad. I didn't watch it again, but, you know, I was like looking at clips and looking at like reception and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, maybe this isn't that bad. Yeah. Usually that doesn't happen too bad to me, but something about that first session really kicked my ass. That's true, Okayest. All right, Dragon A says, get loved on. You worked hard on this. You worked so hard on this. I'm excited everyone can finally play in your world. God, Ruze, you got this. Thank you. 41 Din, or possibly Aiden, says, get your popcorns ready. Posture and hydration check. Sock, toe, bathrobe. Sock, toe, bathrobe. Thank you for the renewal. Lizion said, Hollow March's first session, so excited, let's go, Ruze! Isakray says, Hollow March's hype. Feline Fortuna said, Ruze, all your hard work is gonna pay off, let's freaking go! Chewy Number says, happy to finally see this come to fruition, you've been busting your butt for months! Say hi to Samuel, said, these marches are hollow. True, dude, true. Big if true. Sater said, I love Crusaders, never change. Tenko says, it's finally happening. Jimbo says, what happened? The place is covered in soup and chips. Mume said, my fellow Crusaders, we must shower our Lord in soup and chips. Go forth, brethren. Soup and chips be upon ye. Strike says, it's time. Akama said, Jazz K says, peak is real. Sarah Spunta said, hype. Mars Hack says, we march into the hollows with this one, boys. Keep Meow warm. Said, let's go, Ruze. Major 31 Miracle says, it's time to march. June said, Hollow Marches, it's finally here. I'm so proud of you, dude. You worked so hard. Thank you for all your encouragement. You guys really were gassing me the fuck up. I had no time to look at how you were gassing me up. I was so late to that stream. I had so much set up to get done before the stream and like reorganizing everybody on the screen and stuff and just making sure everything was like running smoothly. And then something broke. And then, oh man, D20 was giving me a little trouble. And then I had to get the boys acclimated to their character sheets really fast. But thank you for hyping me up. Parotech says, congratulations, Ruze, we're proud of you. Bimi Amelie said, let's march. Mr. Veeg said, we residing today, lads, ladettes, small bug creatures, whatever applies. Abby said, let's go. And then right behind Abby, Mothmage also said, let's go. Zia, or Zia Longbobo, said, heck yeah, it's Hollow Marching time. And Morning Dew said, ready. Yumehea says, let's effing go. So hyped. Y'all are going to do amazing. Ploy W said, we marching, boys. You guys are animals. Little animals. Little animals. Oh, I see a pirate. I'm always a pirate. Would you say they learned the whole D&D thing quickly, or did they take a little more time than usual? Never play those games, so I'm kind of curious. D&D is a learning process no matter what, so they have not learned yet. Some of them vaguely know how to play D&D already, but it's definitely going to take time for them to learn it. Valeria Roman, or Roman, said, so excited for the boys to play. Tachibana says, good luck, Ruze, you got this. Max, ooh, said, good luck at F1, boys. Yami said, yippee, let's go. DJ Goldie, DJ Crazy Times, says, so excited for this. I have my own campaign tonight, so seeing you and the boys play today feels like perfect timing. Have fun, Ruze, and good luck, guys. Jorbizzle said, peak. Archio Lumiere said, oh gosh, 6 months. I can't believe I didn't drop this earlier. Gonna have to cast a VOD for Sesh, but I'm so hyped for Hollow Marches. Mira Rashi said, heart. Karen Davis said, not to one roll. The very first roll of Hollow Marches, baby. Fanimation said, amazing how an 8-foot-tall lizard man has so much little bastard energy. I'm assuming talking about our very own Fleon's Sarkanol. Mayu said, ew. Go says, I love that the one leading the group is the one a majority of the group cannot understand. And Nana said, Atsu stars. Uwu is love, uwu is life. Ruze could never be Crimson, but he could be Crimzon. Join late, what did I miss? I'm just catching up on Soup from the Hollow Marches stream. Yum, 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 yum. Little Boozader, right? Yeah! Pretty cute. Thank you! Listen, Thorn. Here's something a lot of DMs don't take into account a lot of the time. Monsters can also roll non-lethal. Just as players can choose to do non-lethal attacks, monsters also have that option. It just so happened that it was playing around. It was teasing. It was taunting. Dane Atrao says, if you're okay answering, have you taught D&D to newbies before? Is it exhausting? No, especially in a non-content setting. In a content creation setting, it changes a lot of things. I think that was my biggest lesson I've learned from session 1, and I will take that lesson and hopefully use it to hone what I do with it going forward. But in a purely personal setting, just you and your buddies or people that you're comfortable with, no, not at all. I think teaching D&D to people is super fun, and as long as everybody's patient and chill, then yeah, it's a great time. I think I like having new players. I almost prefer new players. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing with, veterans. It would have been really funny for him to die in the first 5 minutes, though. True. You know, one thing I should have done is I should have fucking muted Gerard making sound effects during the dragon's, like, initial introduction. That really stole the thunder out from under that big bad bastard. I should have muted that motherfucker, or I should have killed him. I forgot I had the power to shut him the hell up. Dino versus dragon? True. Listen, I get it. Sound effects are more immersive. It was funny. Whatever. Listen. If I'm introducing a big cool monster, I don't need it undercut by some dickwagon doing little goofy ass sound effects. That tears the whole thunder out of the drama of the scene. There's time for comedy. There's a lot of time for comedy. It's most of the time. That wasn't it, little bastard. I should have killed him on the spot. Next time. True. It's all right. He's new. I didn't really warn him. In his defense, I've given him zero prep into any sort of like, hey man, maybe don't do that during like overly dramatic scenes. It's it's kind of the effect of like, oh, here comes Vecna, and then you're like, can I grab his balls? It's like, I guess, dude. Next time I'll be like, hey man, maybe let the scene be dramatic for a second. Yeah, I think that's the big thing, is that like, if you can't really sell the drama of the scene, it changes the tone, right, of the campaign, I think is the thing. Because if you're just clowning constantly, nonstop, even during like exposition, or you're talking over NPCs when you're trying to get important dialogue out of them, or you're like, I punched the guard in the back of the head, that's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, you're treating this a little bit like Skyrim. Like it's a video game and there's no repercussions, and I'm going to give you repercussions. Which, in the case of just making goofy sounds during an intro, that's fine. It's a little disrespectful to the DM. Do not say this to Gerard. Do not hold Gerard accountable for this. Do not talk to Gerard about this. Do not criticize Gerard on this. That is my job as the DM, to establish my boundaries there. It's a little disrespectful to the villain, and like the intro and the audience and their enjoyment of a moment that could be dramatic. It's a little mean to kind of undercut that and not let people enjoy any level of drama if they want that. But I don't think that's his fault. He doesn't know that, right? Like, he doesn't watch D&D. He doesn't watch other D&D content creators, and he's never played D&D, so he has no frame of reference to understand that at times it can be more entertaining as content for it to have a moment of drama before you go back to goofing around and dicking balls, right? So do not hold him accountable for that. That is in no way his fault. That is something I, as a DM, failed to establish, and that is my fault. But I'll talk to him about it at some point. On the other hand, if he's going to do that to NPCs when they're talking to him, or be like, I punched the guard in the back of the head, then that's my job as a DM to be like, okay, and now I'm going to show you what immersion or verisimilitude or like a living, breathing, realistic, reacting character does when you do that. Will he listen though? I don't know. If he doesn't, I mean, I'll just tell him stop mid. I say, sorry, I'm not above being a petty little bitch. I will look him dead in his fucking eyes and wait until he's done. It's the very first Taz arc, yeah. And it's fine. It's okay. He's allowed that space. Everybody had moments where they were kind of finding their, like, sea legs in the role play, and that's not their fault. And again, on my side, that's a failing as a DM, not to establish that, like, there's a certain mood at certain moments that I'm trying to sell as an entertainer and as a storyteller, right? And I think he understood that to a degree, right? Because he got a little dramatic. He got a little into it once, like, he started interacting with Tinko and trying not to let Tinko die. And he had his moments where he was, like, kind of playing it up. I don't think there was anything wrong with the way Gerard was playing. I just think that one moment undercut what could have been a dramatic moment, right? That is interesting on an academic level, isn't it, Thornton? I did not expect them to just lie to the guards for no reason. Yep. Standard D&D newbie stuff, exactly. It's totally fine. But I like playing with new players. Like, I'm not gonna, I have not talked to Gerard about this, and I don't begrudge Gerard that, and I don't begrudge Goldie being a goofball and taking off his armor in front of a blue dragon, because Goldie has no frame of reference, right? He doesn't know what he's up against. For all he knows, this is a completely defeatable enemy. For all he knows, this is fully, like, he's fully capable of intimidating this thing and leaving. He has no way to know if that's gonna work out, and it's fucking funny. So I don't blame him for doing things like that. That's funny. That's goofy. That creates funny moments, and funny moments are great. The bard seduces the dragon memes are too pervasive. True. Now, the downside of this is you do put yourself in situations where, especially with 5 players, and this is an example where you could see anywhere above 4 players is a little too much. You do put yourself in a situation where Goldie and, unfortunately, Bettel ended up just fucking sitting AFK for 20 minutes while the others finished up the combat and finished up their roleplay, and Gerard had his 1v1 with Tenko. You create the scenario where you really can't participate, and that's the consequences of your actions. That's kind of, in some ways, the punishment for what you're doing. It doesn't have to be, and I'm not saying I'm punishing them actively on purpose, but that is the mechanical punishment. That is the find out to the fuck around, right? You want a funny moment? Well, sometimes you find out, and that sucks. I've seen that a lot, Dane. Definitely. Of people feeling like they're going to sandbag the other players or drag the experience down, and I hate that people feel like that. Like, I don't hate them for it. I hate that they are made to feel like that. I think any good D&D group will always be excited to have a new player on board. Always excited to bring a brand new player into D&D. Or any tabletop game, not just D&D. So you started the session basically knowing that everyone's brand new and not knowing what the D&D boundaries are? Yes, Myra. Mostly because I had to. Fuck. How am I couldn't get these boys held down long enough to show them how to use Roll20 until the 20 minutes that they were there before stream. How the fuck was I going to be like, hey guys, let's have a talk about like D&D etiquette and what entertainment means and how we could put on a good show. Like, what am I going to do? What the fuck was I supposed to do? Scheduling's nightmare. It's a nightmare. They did great. Yeah, they all did really well. They all played their roles really well, I think. And really what I think it boils down to is I don't want them to think too hard about making content. I want them to just play D&D, right? That's my job as the person hosting this platform, is finding the balance between really giving them the D&D like experience they deserve while still making it entertaining content for you guys. Yes, I do want a certain level of respect as a DM, not to be talked over or have someone making sound effects so loud that they try to drown me out. That's not polite, but I don't think that was a dig or something mean. I just think that's new role player things. He's just goofing around. He's just having a good time. So that's my job to kind of figure that out, right? My job is to figure out how to balance them having a great time and you guys being entertained. Their job is just to play the game and have a good time. That's fair, Muse, yeah. Exactly. You can't blame them for having a good time. Anyway, I've talked in circles about this enough. Yeah, Kimichi, I want to play, all right, hold on, one more little note. I want to play a West Marches campaign, but I fear most West Marches campaigns are excuses to do just episodic D&D, and I don't dislike episodic D&D, but I want to be swept away into narrative, and I do not think that many people suffer the fucking, I don't think many people are as spicy brained as I tend to be to sit down and develop like 5, 6, 10 overarching narratives that have like hooking plot lines that all relate to each other, and then slap those together as if you're designing 10 individual campaigns and then finding a way to weave them into a fabric, right? Most people want either episodic D&D that's just beer and chips, kill monster, go dungeon, or really long form campaign with one overarching super villain or whatever, right? Hello! Welcome. Yeah, I've got a lot of terminal world builder's disease. Anyway, talking about super chats real quick on the D&D session. Zuna, thank you for the soup for the chips. Hanabi, thank you. Hanabi said, Ruze, I leave the Ruzeters alone for a moment. Now there's an absolute war on chips, and I ain't even here. I ain't cleaning that shit up. I'm not cleaning that shit up. You guys were absolutely nuts for the amount of chips you threw. You guys are animals. Sarah says, you are my fire. Zuna said, everyone will be responsible and have some soup. Everyone be responsible and have some soup for your chips. Hanabi said, duck and cover, Grays. It's a war zone up in there. Sarah said, now number 5. Sarah said, Mambo number 5. Sorry. Susie said, alternatively, stand still, Grays. You'll get God eventually. Dragon Ace said, Ruzeters, have some soup for the well-balanced meal. Rat in its cage said, soup or thallid. Koi said, soup to balance out the chips. Myra said, this is a warning to Crimzon Rulez. Chips will continue distribution until you return. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. I tried. I got back as fast as I could. Oh, what a nightmare. Feline Fortuna said, dog punch, dog punch, dog punch. And then, I'll get to that at the end, actually. We'll get back to that. What's a super thallid? It's delicious. Poshu, thank you for being a Ruzeter. Yummy chips. Rainbow, I hope you're excited about the brand new D&D dragons that are coming in the new monster manual. I can't wait to see what they got going. I love the new designs for some of them. Dead Bob said, I heard there was a fire sale on Super Chats. Is this going through? Well, anyway, preemptive congrats to Elysium's best GM. Say hi to Samuel, says, Elmo, if you were a parrot. Oh, talking about the Corbin Birdheart, perhaps. Zuna said, I love this sound effect, pal. Pack, wow, 11 out of 10. Gerard, you son of a bitch. Say hi to Sayo said he should change his name from Godwin to God Lose. Oh no, because he did do some bad rolls. That's true. Dennis Wask says, finally, a successful roll from the group. Myra Bradford said this team has now obtained trauma. Oh, when everybody died on the carts? Yeah. Reared Logarithm said, is Godwin or Tinko the uke to the other Seme? Good question. Dude, there's so much good art for Hollow Marches right now. Oh, I lose my mind. I'm so excited. Say hi to Samuel said, flies around Count Kristoff as this happens. Flies surround Count Kristoff as this happens. Yeah. Count Kristoff is so convincingly dead that flies are checking the corpse. Wings of Hope 2 says, Sarkinol, the Regina George of the party. Sarkinol, you gotta stop conning your teammates. Con the NPCs, you bitch. Alexander Saintworth says, now, do you have insurance? They did not have insurance. Well, DS Virtual Sin Forgiveness, you can either look at hashtag Hollow Marches on Twitter, or I think you can also check Bluesky. I want to say, I'm not sure. I've also retweeted a bunch of it. Watt said, bro's gonna have to change his name to God Loss. Say hi to Samuel says, I apologize for calling him a God Loser. Oh, because he finally rolled a good roll after he raged. Mihawk sent a delicious soup and said, good job. And Mr. Veeg says, clap, 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 clap. Thank you all for the delicious soups. And mag.com with 5 Akasupas worth of Akasupas says, tap, 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 get Aka'd, get Aka'd. Holy shit. Thank you. It took everything in my power not to stop and acknowledge that. If ever you were trying to break my Iron DM's mask, you almost did. But thank you for the support forever. Thank you all. Thank you for the chips. Thank you for the soups. And thank you, mag.com, for being absolutely nutty. Absolutely nutty. Luckily, I never get flustered, and I'm completely in control always. All right. That was pretty quick. I did that pretty quick. That was pretty good. I kind of crushed that, huh? I kind of destroyed that. Nice, 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 nice. I bet someone's made you flustered at least once. No, Paradox. I'm immune. I'm immune to it. Sorry. All right. I read all the soup. I yapped a lot about things I wanted to yap about. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? I don't think so. I'm kind of mid-ground on things I want to talk about. I mean, I'm excited for Monster Hunter later. That's exciting. I'm excited about that. Jolly Bee, thank you. Holy shit, I knew there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Thank you. Anime Craze Guy did not fluster me, but he certainly confused me. Here's one more, says Soundwave. Stream 3 of asking for a Monster Girl tier list. Damn. Maybe one day. I'll think about it. You're single-handedly funding the Monster Girl tier list. I'm proud of you. I'll put it in the Monster Girl tier list jar. Are you even into Monster Girls? I'm not into anybody, all right? I'm into myself. I'm into the fucking grind. I'm into world building and reading books and looking longingly out the window, like some fucking, I don't know, wistful nerd. No, not self-cessed, you animals. I mean, I am beautiful, that's true. And Rotjaw. Yeah, and Rotjaw. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yeah, Monster Girls are cool. It depends. It depends on the Monster Girl. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really put a lot of thought into it, dude. That would be a tough list because I'd be like first time thinking about a lot of that shit. It would probably just be a total like fucking like at first blush gut instinct list where it's like, yep, nope, oh, big lady. What about Monster Guys? Probably another gut instinct list. Do the tier list with Shinri? Well, why would I do that? Shinri to put everything in like a, yeah, S tier. D&D monster tier list? Are we talking like how cool I think they are? Or like, you know, Ruze ability? Because there's not very many D&D monsters I would put on that list. Wait, Muse, in my defense, the Sphinx can get it. Tier list based on how much you want to face him in combat. Oh, okay. S tier, S tier. If we're talking Dragon's Dogma 2, I don't know. Something about that freaky fucking smile is incredibly charming. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, it's kind of scary, but in a way where it's like, you've piqued my interest. I don't know if I want to kill you. Or kiss you. Which color gem metal dragons are your favorite? I think brass is probably my favorite dragon right now for the metal dragons. But it depends. I actually get them confused a lot, if I'm being honest with you. Hit us with your wildest D&D, hear me out. I don't have one. Not yet. That's a nothing answer. I apologize. I hate giving nothing answers, but I don't have one yet. Love and Light to the Fullest says, absolutely loves the first session of Hollow March. Just can't wait for the second one. The Gremlins and I were glued to our seats. I couldn't stop laughing and smiling at everything. Great job, Ruze. Thank you for the soup, and thank you for saying so. I'm glad you and the Gremlins had a good time. Just don't feed them after midnight. That's Gremlins, right? Is that what that movie's called? Or is that called something else? Maybe that's like goblins or some shit. I don't fucking know. Hear me out, Hydras? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. No. I have played Hollow Knight. I loved it. It was very good. I have a favorite D&D monster appearance-wise. I actually like wyverns. I think they're interesting. I don't know if they're my favorite, but I like them. Shambling mounds, different type of oozes I think are pretty cool. I mean, I like liches, werewolf, vampires, classics. I like the vine blights and needle blights. Got advice for people who want to get into D&D and have done research but not ready to actually play yet. Either watch somebody play, watch a campaign, but this is a big disclaimer, do not expect that to be what yours is like, especially if you're watching somebody who's like a professional voice actor or actor like Critical Role, or if you're watching even something as polished as like Dimension 20, that is very much not what D&D is like for you, probably. I would watch something like the early episodes of The Adventure Zone or smaller content creators doing D&D. That is much more akin to what you can expect. So yeah, either watch someone play or play something like Baldur's Gate if you're not ready to play yet. Hell yeah, gamer. So as far as Jollibee goes, my Jollibee review is thus. 1, I don't think I've had better fast food chicken. It was juicy. It was moist. It kept like, it was like really, really nice meat. And the breading was really unobtrusive. I think that's something that fast food chicken tends to get really wrong, is the breading is often really like super duper ridiculously crunchy, and it's kind of obtuse, and it can make it annoying to get to the meat. I like that sort of like loose, soft breading. Raising Cane's is also very good. I do like Raising Cane's a lot. But maybe this is like first time eating their bias, and because their fucking pineapple quencher was so incredibly delicious, but Jollibee's chicken beat Raising Cane's for me. Don't know why, but I love The Abyss. As a DM, my stories are usually influenced by it, and as a character, I tend to have some connection to it. That's pretty cool, Soundwave. I tend to take connections to things like the Feywild and stuff. I find that sort of like ambiguous, like malicious alien space really interesting, because it's not outright evil, but it's not good. It's not like your classic idea of like fairy core, but it's definitely interesting with a lot of potential for very, very terrifying things, but in that sort of like subtle horror way. So I really liked Jollibee's chicken. I did not try the dark meat. I wish I had, because I actually much prefer dark meat to white meat, but I will say that Jollibee chicken is so good that I love their chicken breast still, so that's good. I did not like their spaghetti. I was told to get that by Octavio, because I messaged him in a panic. I was like, I'm going to Jollibee, tell me what to get! Because I didn't realize there was any Jollibees where I was at that point. And he told me to get the spaghetti, and it was okay. And then I dipped the chicken in the gravy. I tried the gravy. It was okay. I don't like gravy. I'm not a gravy guy. It was fine. I would like it okay, but it wasn't my favorite. I'm not a big Zaxby's guy. Sorry. Not my favorite. The gravy was all right, but I prefer the chicken on its own. The pineapple quencher was absolutely fucking incredible. Love it. Would go there just for that. Would absolutely go there just for that. I drank one, and then I got another one on the way out. The pie was good. The peach mango pie was pretty good. Flaky, not too crunchy, not too soft, just crispy enough. Very good. What else did I eat? I don't know if it was just the Zaxby's. I'm near Okami, or was near, Okami, but it's not good. It's not good. Maybe it was just the one I'm near. I did ask Gerard for recommendations, yeah, but he gave me half the entire menu, like literally half the menu. He wouldn't narrow it down. To be fair, Octavio also gave me like 4 things, but Gerard gave me, I think, 12. If it makes you feel better, I had to drive 7 hours to get to this Jollibee, Melly. I was in that wagon for a second. Let me think. What else did I eat? I've never had rallies or checkers. I want to try them someday, though. I also want to try, there's something called Culver's out here. I want to try that at some point. Living in, like, the Midwest as a kid, we didn't have that there, or maybe I just didn't know about it, so I want to try it while I can. Dude, in 7 hours, I'm out of my country's borders. Well, let that be a lesson to you about how big Elysium is, especially South Elysium. Western South Elysium, I mean. Culver's is upper Midwest? Huh. Wasn't around when I was a kid, I don't think, anyway. Or maybe I was just too poor or too locked into my own zone to know about it. Sonic's pretty good. It kills my insides, but I like it. It's probably because I keep getting their foot-long chili dog. I like Wendy's fries. Yeah. Yeah, it's a foot long. It's delicious. Have I tried the Krabby? Who's doing Krabby Patty? What? Like the little gummy ones? I hate those. What? Wendy's is doing a Krabby Patty? That's something. No, I'm good. Thanks, though. All right, gamers. That's about it for me, though, as far as my takes. I think I'm good now. I'm going to go find somebody to raid. I've got another stream tonight, so I think it's more than enough yapping for now. I've had fun sitting here shooting the shit with you, but that's all for me. I was looking for somebody to raid while I was talking. Looks like nobody's live. Oh, wait, nope, I lied. It looks like Elizabeth is live right now doing a watch along. I don't know what for. I'm sorry. There might be spoilers in this. Let me double check. Uncle Herb is watching Yesterday. I don't know what the fuck that is, but here we go. All right, gamers, I'm gonna take you over there. Let's get it on. Let's go say hi. Don't overwhelm the chat or anything. Don't be obnoxious. Just hang out. Be normal. I will see you later. Good luck with Uncle Herb. Thank you for hanging out for me, just yapping. The next stream will be Monster Hunter Wilds, and which, woohoo, Perms, let's go. I won with Perms Chicken. It turns out when I put that on my schedule, we did not have Perms yet. Hee, my bad, but I won the game of chicken, so it doesn't matter. I am a god amongst men. I will see you soon. I got a lot of work to do. Bye, gamers. Bye. Yes, be normal. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the super chats. I look forward to hopefully managing to squeeze in more Zatsus soon. I think. I'm going to try. I got a lot going on all the time, but we'll see. We'll see. Bye.